Hey guys, and welcome to the very first Steam Train Parade. Now, today, for the 200 subscriber special video, I'm going to be doing my very own Steam Train Parade. So these are all my LEGO Steam Trains in my collection. So, the first locomotive we're going to be starting off with is R-Class. Also, I want to thank you guys so much for all the support that you've given me. It really is awesome, so thank you for that. So here is R761, and you can see I've currently got 761 motorized. So that's pretty cool, right? Yeah, so 761 is all motorized, and 761 is honestly a gorgeous locomotive. I really do love 761. I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to push every loco eventually with a motorization. But until that happens, it's just really going to be 761 that's motorized. But yeah, as you can see, my plan will eventually to get all of these locos motorized. I don't know how easy it's going to be, but I'm assuming it can be pretty tough. So yeah, that is R-Class. 761 to be Pacific. Next locomotive. Okay, so the next locomotive is A2986. Now, A2986 is not motorized. So this locomotive was my second steam locomotive I ever built in my collection, and it's actually quite a nice looking loco. Unfortunately, the lighting's not the best in this room because it's just very dark around here for some reason, and it's kind of annoying. So I'm sorry, you guys won't be able to see much on the black locomotives, which unfortunately is most of them. So yeah, here's A2986. And as you can see, I got R-Class as tender, because that's the thing that's motorized. Because otherwise the R-Class would be a lot more difficult. But yeah. This A2986, quite a nice looking locomotive. I actually really enjoy it. And yeah, not going to be doing too much detail about each one because you guys have seen these most of the time. Just thought it'd be cool to show you all my steam locomotives in one video. Like a steam train parade. Okay, moving on. Okay, next up is Puffing Billy. And here is the giant train that is 12 studs wide, if I'm not mistaken. It's my biggest steam locomotive in my entire collection, and man, is it massive. But yeah, this is Puffing Billy. It's quite a nice green with dark green. I heard someone comment saying to make these thinner, but I'm not that skilled when it comes to building sideways. Also, it's very annoying, tedious, and I just don't think it's worth it, especially since this locomotive is barely even used. It's mostly just a display piece, so that's why Puffing Billy is not really shown too much on this channel. Also, man, my locomotives need to have magnet couplings. Okay, next up is Heavy Harry H20. Now this locomotive is the longest locomotive in my collection. As you can see, it is a very, very long loco. It's also very black. You can barely even see any, which I'm so sorry, guys. This isn't as good as the videos I thought it was going to be, but I hope you guys will still enjoy it. But yeah, here's Heavy Harry, quite a nice looking locomotive. Unfortunately, it's very black. You can't really see much. So I'm sorry. I even have my light on, but it's still doing absolutely nothing. So I'm sorry, it's just, our lighting is just awful in this room. I guess that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. But yeah, there's Heavy Harry. He was the next locomotive that I built in my collection. Next up is the J-Class. Now unfortunately, I haven't matched the J-Class with a magnet coupling. So yeah, the tender is going to disconnect from the J-Class, as you can see. But yeah, I'm also working on the J-Class at one point. I'm gonna hopefully get that a little bit centered, so here we upgraded, and hopefully shortened in height too, since it's taller than the R class, which I do not think is accurate. But yeah, that is pretty much the J class locomotive. Very nice looking loco. I really do like this loco. Okay, next locomotive should be the K class. Okay, here is the K class locomotive coming in. And as you can see, once again, this locomotive is actually not that black, which is really nice. So you actually can see this one. So quite a nice, gorgeous looking locomotive. Based it off K190 because K190 would just look really nice. K190 does have its tender here, but I don't know if you can even call it a tender now because there's really not much there. Unfortunately, I still have not finished constructing K190's tender. But yeah, that's pretty much all that K190 has to offer right now. Next is a locomotive that I did not expect to get that much love. The E2 tank engine. Now this locomotive is a very small train. And you guys absolutely love this thing. This is my most viewed video on YouTube. If I'm not mistaken, it has 40k views, which is insane. I could never have imagined this locomotive to get that much love. It's crazy. And yet it's one of the least used locomotive on my entire YouTube channel. That's funny. But yeah, it's just because it's E2 tank engine. Well, it's the E2 tank engine. That's all I can say. There's really not much about this logo, but you guys love this, and apparently I remember looking on my video, you said you wanted to see a building tutorial on how to do this locomotive. So I'm going to take that into consideration, and I reckon I may just give you a building tutorial on how to build this logo, if you want that. Anyways, let's move on to the final locomotive of the collection. Okay, so the final locomotive of the collection is 711. Because 711 was the last steam locomotive to be built in this collection. I won't be including my digital ones because they're not in real life, so can't really do a parade with them if they don't exist in real life, you know what I mean? So here is 711's tender, which eventually, hopefully, I'll get motorized at one point, I don't know when. But yeah, I just really like it's nice and easy to motorize that tender, which is why I actually bothered to actually motorize these guys for this cool showcase. I'm sorry if this video feels a bit rushed. I am just very low on storage. I cannot have long videos anymore, unfortunately. Sorry about this. I know this wasn't the best video, but it was the best I could do with the time and the storage I have on my iPad. So hopefully this video will be a lot nicer than what it seems right now, but yeah, I just want to thank you guys all so much for all the love and support you've been giving me, and for helping me reach 200 subscribers. So thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, hope to see you guys all next time for which may be second last video of the year. I don't know exactly, but yeah, hope to see you guys all next time. And once again, thank you for helping me reach this awesome milestone. Bye.